Hey guys, so for this video, I'm going to be answering the question, do I prefer mildly abstract or extremely abstract? What is the value of extraction? And another example of abstraction outside visual art. So, as many of you guys probably do not know, I'm a senior in the art department, and for my senior thesis, I have been painting abstract. I am very fascinated with abstracts and textures, and as far as mildly and extremely, I kind of like them both, but I kind of like them both in the same sense. Mildly, as Nathan referred to in his video, I feel like I like that in a way that it allows you to paint things that are seen but not to make them look like photographs, as he described in his painting of the pregnant woman. Whereas it was kind of abstract because it didn't have hands or certain things, but you knew that it was a pregnant woman. On the other hand, I like extremely abstract work because, especially work that doesn't have any figures, because it allows the audience to think and believe whatever it wants to believe. For instance, um, in some of my earlier pieces, like I had a piece um, like what I paint may be something different than what you see. And I feel like when I paint non-figurative things, or when I see paintings with non-figurative things, I can kind of think what I want to think. Like the painting in the Art Institute, I forgot what wing you go into, but it looks like clouds, or glaciers, or ice broken on a river. It looks like multiple things. And I feel like in that way, the artist is given a lot of freedom in creating, and either titling it to tell you this is what I want you to see, or leaving it open ended, where the audience can experience the emotion that they want to feel. Um, as far as the value of extraction, I feel like Nathan was head on when he stated that abstraction turns down the detail, turns up the creativity, and turns up the individuality. Um, I feel like with abstraction, um, it's limitless. Um, and in most cases, you can create your own rules. You have people like Jackson Pollock, who was a part of the expressionist abstract movement. You have Rothko. You have Francis Klein. You have all these people who have was a part of these multiple abstract movements, um, that were kind of limitless. Like, um, who knew that paint splattering and painting on the floor can be such a tentative and um, complex but simplistic technique of painting, as Jackson Pollock, performed. And I think in terms of the value, it's like it's so open ended. Like, I feel like when we're younger and we're learning, drawings and everything, and I definitely speak from experience. I would compete because it's like if the person next to me is drawing this cat and it looks like a cat, then I need to be drawing like that too, because that means you can draw. You can draw things the way it's supposed to look, the way it's supposed to look like a photograph. Then I feel like you have succeeded, and I feel like abstraction takes that away. It's like it allows you to draw what you see, not what you think you're supposed to see or what the person next to you sees. As Nathan was saying about, the whole your chili in chili cookout, not the best, not everyone else's chili. It's your depiction of the chili. And so it's like that's how I feel abstraction does. It allows each individual artist to paint, to see, to experience and witness something different from other people that it's not really seen when you're painting realistically or painting from photographs and making it look like photographs. Um, and as far as another example of visual art that's abstraction, I want to say lyrical abstraction. Now I looked it up. And a lot of the sites, I went to a site called artinsight.com, and the lyrical extraction, it kind of refers to more about the artist, as far as like drawing. And when I think of lyrical extraction, I'm thinking about musicians and composers and them creating songs that are completely abstract. I mean, they're saying things that invites the listener to think what they want to think. Like you may think about a song and say, "Oh, they have to be talking about this," and then see a video that was produced for that song and say, like, "Wait, that's not what I thought it was." And for instance, I can name an example. Trey Songz. He had a song, and it was called "When She's Gone." And this specific song, sorry for the movement. I'll put the lyrics on my blog so you can see, but when you hear the song, I immediately thought like, okay, he's been cheating on his woman and she has left him and now he can't sleep without her and he wishes she was there. And then he made a video, and actually the woman was in the army and she ended up getting killed while servicing our country, and that's why he couldn't sleep, because she always kept leaving to go back, to deploy. But the lyrics alone, I feel like it welcomed me to a whole infidelity and leaving, all types of stuff. So I feel like that's a style of extraction that a lot of artists are beginning to use and have been using for a lot of years, in their music. I'll leave my questions for next week in the blog, and I'll see you in the next video.